Hey everyone, welcome back. In our previous video, we set up our Unity Web3 canvas button. In this video, we are going to connect that button to our JavaScript file, and we are going to make a call to our MetaMask wallet in our Chrome browser. All right, let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is navigate to the folder where we exported our Unity files. And we're going to open up the index file inside of, a web editor of your choice. I am currently using the Dreamweaver. We're going to add a few things first before we create our JavaScript file. The first thing that we're going to add is the Web3 functionality. So in order to add that does not come native in JavaScript. We're going to go to this GitHub file at github.com chainsafe/web3.js. And you're going to copy one of these packages. I'll be using this package right here. So just going to come right here and copy that. And I'm going to paste that right here in the header tags of my file. So just like that, paste it and hit save. The next thing we're going to do is create a variable to access the Unity instance that will be running our player. So we're going to say variable UI. And then we are going to assign that UI down here where Unity passes us an instance. So right here, Unity is going to pass us a Unity instance, and we are going to assign our UI to that instance. So Unity instance, just like that. And now we have a reference to our instance that we can always call, and we can send information to our WebGL application as we need it. Next, we're going to create our JavaScript file. So I'm going to start that with a script tag source, and we are going to just call that file myscript.js. And the language is going to be JavaScript, and the type is going to be a text JavaScript. All right. Then I'm going to close off that tag just like that. Next, I'm going to create the JavaScript file. And you can do this in any editor, any text editor, Notepad. You could just follow along. You don't need Dreamweaver in order to write these files. You're going to save your JavaScript file in the same folder as your application. So I'm going to save it as my script in the same folder as my index file and hit save. And now I should be able to reference that directly from my index file if you're using the Dreamweaver application. All right, so there are a few things we have to do before we can create our connect function. I've prepared another document that we're going to use in order to go through it a little faster. The first thing we're going to need is a variable that calls the Web3 provider, which is this function right here. So we're going to call a constant variable, and we're going to name that variable Web3, and we're going to set that equal to a new Web3 class with the Web3's given provider that's going to be given to us by MetaMask. So you don't need to memorize this. You just need to know that you need it in order to create your Web3 instance that we're going to use in order to connect to the dApp browser. So constant Web3 is equal to a new Web3 class, and we're going to pass in this Web3 given provider. After that, we're going to need to create an array called accounts. So we're going to create this in our script. variable accounts is equal to a new array, just like that. And this is going to store all of the accounts that are inside, all of the connected accounts that are inside of our MetaMask wallet. The next thing we're going to do is create this send function that we created in the previous episode for our Web3 file. So remember, we created the send function in our js.lib file that we saved in our Unity plugins. And then that's going to pass this message to our JavaScript send function, which we're about to create now. So we're going to create that function now and say function send, pass in the message variable. And then we're going to use a switch function in order to determine what code we should run based off of the message that we pass into our send function. So we're going to say, in case it's connect, we want it to run some function here. That function is going to be our connect function. All right, now that we have our send function completed, the next function we're going to create is our actual connect function. And this function is going to be what's called when we press the button, and it's going to connect us to our MetaMask wallet. So I'm going to say function, and this has to be an asynchronous function as well. So we're going to say async function connect, and then we're going to do some checks right here. So we're going to say if await window Ethereum. So we're going to check to make sure that our browser has access to a Web3 wallet. So that's what this is checking for. So we're going to say if await, and we need this await to, in order for this await to work, we need this function to be asynchronous, which is why we call it the async prior to our function, so that we can run this await and check, because we need to await the response back from the browser in order to verify that this is actually running. So we're going to say await window.ethereum, which is going to return true or false. And if that returns true, we're going to enable it. So we're going to say await window ethereum.enable. That's going to also return true or false. And then we're going to check if it's connected. So await window.ethereum.is connected. And if that comes back true, then we're going to check if the Ethereum wallet is connected. And if it is connected, we are going to assign the accounts to the connected accounts. After we assign the accounts, then we're going to run a UI message. So we're going to use the Unity instance that we created, and we are going to send a message to our instance, to our connect button, to tell it to set the address, and we are going to set it to the first address in our accounts array. All right, so save that, and now that should be fully working. I'm going to upload these to the server. All right, here we are. I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. I'm going to click the button. There's our MetaMask asking us to connect. I'm going to hit next, connect. It just connected, and it sent the message back to our Unity instance, and there it is displaying our wallet address. So we have officially just connected our Unity to our Web3 wallet, and we are displaying the address. Join us in the next tutorial where we'll be connecting our Unity game to an NFT contract.